Hi everyone, welcome to In His Love. My name is Perdita. How's everyone doing? Good? Well, I'm glad to be here again, and if this is your first time, you're welcome to In His Love. And my returning viewers, thank you for coming by again and again, supporting me. And for my new subscribers, I am so grateful. Thank you all. So today I want to talk about a topic that is bothering me, my mind, that has been giving me concern. You know, how there are so many talents, there are so many people with skills just wasting inside the four walls of the church. What do I mean? Why waste your talent and skills in the church? Why waste it? Why waste your gifts and your talents and your skills, you know, in the church when you could do you could be out there doing more? So this is for Christians. This is for you and I, and this is also for pastors. There are some people that have so many, you know, like for example, they went to school for years and years and they got their degrees, you know, only for them to close up that degree. All of a sudden, God called me, you know. And it's okay if God really called them, you know, but if their head pastor or their leader is telling them to come into ministry or luring them to come into ministry, keeping them away from that which they went to school for, from that dream that they had in mind when they went to college. You know, some people had dreams of becoming a doctor, some had dreams of becoming an engineer, or name it, whatever. You know, they had that dream, and that dream, they pursued that dream and they have the degree. So why just close it up, fold it up, put it under your boxes or your luggage just because you are called into ministry? Or just because your pastor called you into ministry, because you're a faithful Christian, you're a faithful brother or sister in the church, and everyone thinks you should be a pastor. Do you think you should be a pastor? First of all, is it only when we are pastors or we have a ministry, or we are doing one thing or the other spiritually, is that the only time that there's a calling on our lives? Does that mean when we answer to these spiritual things, that means we have answered to God's calling on our lives? No. If you have the passion to be a doctor or to be a teacher or to be anything on earth, that just might be your calling, and it's okay. All of us cannot be called into preaching. All of us cannot be called into standing on the pulpit and preaching every day or every Sunday. Yes, some are called to that, is okay. So I don't understand when people just cover everything up that they've worked for all these years, all in the name of I'm called into ministry now. What about if you do what you've always wanted to do, as far as career-wise, and still go and still do your ministry? What's so wrong with that? What's so wrong with that? You know, and then there's many pastors in church just sitting down and waiting for the day that they, you know, waiting for their turn to take a prayer point, but they are called. You know, and they'll tell you that they are called, but they are waiting for their turn to be given a prayer point, to lead a prayer point. on a Sunday service all week long. Just one prayer point. That's all they were privileged to do. And you say you are called to do what? To sit down in the pulpit, to sit down in the chairs in the church, and just sit there and rot and waste. God must be so disappointed at us Christians. God must be so disappointed at our low-mindedness, you know, to think that the highest thing we can do for God is spiritual, only spiritual, or the highest level we can go for God is preaching, just preaching His word in the church every Sunday. What a limited life we are living. You know, that's why God goes out there and uses unbelievers to do mighty things on this earth, in our world, in our community. Where are all the Christians? They are locked up in the church. Where are all the Christians? Oh, they are praising God in church. They are jumping, clapping, singing, and they think that's the end of Christianity. They think that's the highest level of Christianity. We are wasting our time. We are wasting so much time. We are disappointing God when there's so much work out there to be done. You are a Christian. You love to act. You know, you love to go into theater and arts and movies and all of that. But you feel like, oh, I'm called. I can't do that. There's too much sin in that. What? How about you go in there and change the narrative of what's going on there gradually? You're not supposed to leave that gift that is inside of you, because you know deep down that you really love acting. But you put it aside because you think, oh, I'm sacrificing this just to follow Christ. No. You should be acting. And you acting, you can bring the glory of God into that industry. In fact, God wants you to bring His glory. God wants you to bring His righteousness, His truth into that industry. Yes, you're a teacher. You only teach Sunday school, but you know you can teach in the secular world. You know you can help children out there in elementary schools, you know, high school and all of that stuff. But you're not doing that. Why? Why? Let's not limit ourselves. The church is supposed to be an example that the world will follow, that the world should follow. The church is supposed to be, and when I say the church, you and I are the church. I am not talking about a building. So the church, Christians, the church are supposed to be the role model that the world is looking at when they think about, you know, righteousness, when they think about truth, when they think about justice. The Christians, the Christ-like people should be the role models that the world should be copying or emulating. But if we lock ourselves in the four walls of the church, we don't go out to these people, we don't go out to the world, then how are we going to change the world for Christ? How? If we don't mingle with them. And it's easier to mingle with the world when you work with them, when you do the kind of jobs they are doing. You know, you're into the industry that they are in there. Also, you know, you don't like some people will say, oh, I don't want to go into politics. It's very dirty. It's just full of lies and corruption and all of that. if you call yourself a Christian, that is the more reason you should go into that politics and bring truth in that politics while you are there. Maybe something can change through you. Through you. So, stop wasting your skills, your talent, all in the name of, I'm called into ministry. I've been called into ministry. You know, and then before you know it, oh, I'm in full-time ministry. Full-time ministry for what? What are you fooling time in for? For what? When there's so much work out there. The harvest is so ripe, overflowing out there. And you're fooling time in ministry in one building called a church. And that's all you know, and that's all you're going to do for the rest of your life. What? Don't waste your talent. Don't waste your gifts. Don't waste your skills that you learned, that you acquired, that you studied for. If you went to school to be a doctor, then practice as a doctor and still do the spiritual things. Because there are lives out there that need your expertise. There are lives out there that need your touch, that need a blessing from you, from that skill, from that talent, from that from that skill and talent and gifts that you have. There are lives out there that need that kind of blessing. I'm not saying that if you want to go to church, you can't go to church. Sure, you can go to church if that's what you desire. But don't let your whole life revolve around church alone. Mingle, go out. Mingle, go out. You know, some people will be like, no, I don't want to mingle with the world so I don't get corrupt. No, if you know what you're doing, you shouldn't get corrupt. Rather, you should be changing them. Yes. Stop wasting your time, your gifts. Don't fold your gifts or talents. Don't fold it up. Don't fold it up because someone in the church told you that's not the Christian way to go. That's not the Christian profession to do. No, there's nothing like that. God has called every one of us for one thing or the other, for one purpose or the other. My purpose might be, you know, a spiritual purpose. Your purpose might be, you know, an engineer that is making roads and bridges and all of that to make life easy for the people, you know, for the citizens. We are all called. And when you do that, you're fulfilling your calling. I just want to bring this to our thoughts. I just want to bring this to light. Thank you all for listening. Please like, share, subscribe. And until next video, God bless you. And remember, you are always in His love. Bye.